Hey everyone, this is Patty here, your happiness coach here at Blue Moon Manifestations. I hope you've had a good weekend. Yesterday was Veterans Day, so if you are observing it today, enjoy. Otherwise, I hope the weekend was a good one for you. So I am back today on a Monday with my next little message, little tidbit of juiciness to help you become a happier person or keep on that path. And if you are here, go ahead and wave at me or hit an emoji in the comments. If you are catching this on the replay, type in hashtag replay on the bottom and let me know that you were here as well. I do appreciate whatever time you guys have available to catch this and I guess jump on and see what what it is I have to say or share. Okay, so the headline on the video today was, "Do you believe in magic?" Now, that can be so many things, but we are talking, or I am talking today, spiritually, spiritual path, what you believe in that sense. So I'm not here to tell you what it is. My message today, I guess my overarching message, is that we do have to believe in something that is higher than us or something that is beyond us. We as a human race are not the end all be all here on planet Earth. I think having that belief in a higher source, higher being, higher power gives us something to tap into when we do need strength, when we need encouragement, when we need guidance, even to move forward or to have some answered questions answered. And I wrote some scribbling notes today because I didn't have my regular pen. So you need something to believe in, and you need to figure out what that is. It may be, if it is like structured religion, trying different churches if that is what you want, that church environment. It may be finding different things from different cultures, different religions to kind of incorporate in your personal practice, in your personal belief system. Find what feels good to you, what resonates with you is really what I keep coming back to, because you have to believe in it and it has to make you feel good for you to keep practicing it. And the quote, because I have been on I guess a little bit of a tangent on quotes that inspire these little blurbs, these little video messages that I'm bringing you. The quote that inspired this one was, if you guys are NCIS fans, you may recognize it. It was a quote that Abby Shuto said, and it was, "I believe in magic, prayer, and logic equally." And that was like, well, yeah, hello, who doesn't? But the person she was talking to in the show was like, that's ridiculous. And that's kind of where I think a lot of us don't follow the path that we want to because we're afraid of someone telling us, that's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. How can you believe that? And really, it is up to us individually, every individual person, to decide what we believe in, what feels good for us. It may be what we're brought up, taught, what we're just told should work for us, or what our family has always done. That might be it for you, and that's okay. It also might not be it for you, and that is also okay. Because everybody, again, is we're all are individuals, that we're not cookie cutters, and what works for our family or for someone else may not work for us. Hey Emily, I see you. We're talking a little bit of magic today. I'll catch you up real quick. What everyone needs to do is figure out their own spiritual path. It doesn't have to be what they've been taught or what they've been told, and it doesn't have to be the same as even people you live with or your family or your friends. It has to be your own individual path. Find out what works for you, and go on, move on from there. Try different things. meet with different people, go to different churches, go to different gatherings, try different modalities, spiritual, like meditation. I was here. Let me stick to my notes so I don't get too far off track. I was brought up in a Christian household, which is fine. I have no problem with that. I didn't, completely like disagree and want to rebel against it. That's not it. But it wasn't exactly everything. It was like, okay, this is good. I have a religious upbringing or a Christian upbringing. I believe certain parts of it. I questioned certain parts of it and also never got a really good answer. And so I was like, well, okay, so what do I do? So I went along. I never left the church, so to speak, or never like said, oh, that's hooey and I don't want to go there. I just felt like I was going along like I was supposed to, which is a big theme in my life lately. I've kind of figured being told, or I've been doing most of my life what I was supposed to, and it didn't all resonate with me. So it's good. I believe in God. I believe in prayer. I do all that. That's great. But I needed, I guess, something more to incorporate with that. And what has worked for me, and I will tell you, this is kind of a work in progress. I'm sure it always will be for me, is figuring out what to draw on when, what to incorporate in your rituals, in your practices, in your belief system. And so, I wrote down that I believe there's a source. You can call it God, you can call it the universe, and I kind of go back and forth. Ultimately, my belief system is what is it? I came up with a really good terminology and I did not write it down. I'll get back to it. Anyway, I'll just describe it. So there's God and you pray, and that's good. I believe you need that to tap into that higher source for comfort, for guidance, like I said. But I also think there's energies that we can work with. You can call that deity. You can call that ancestors. You can call it angels, because those are energies that will also help us, that we can use or draw on that specific angel's energy or that specific deity's energy for the situation or the issue that we're dealing with or working with, but still have that overarching, I can't see my arms, overarching higher source. So it's not abandoning that, it's including it with your practice. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's good. That helps me kind of relate to, okay, there are other ways of doing it. And also another one that is like the Mother Earth type of belief system, that I heard someone say, and I can't remember where, but that's not bad either, because Mother Earth, she is a living thing. We get nourishment from her. She sustains us. And basically, it was told to me like if you believe in God or universe or source, it's not like a single parent. You have to have both parents, right? So your source energy, Mother Earth, they work together really well, actually, if you incorporate belief systems from both or practices from both, like grounding and prayer. That's down here, Earth, and it's also, your source. So they work really well together. And you have to figure out, again, what works for you. Let's see, where am I at? So the combination of your spiritual practice or your spiritual practice can involve so many things. It can involve yoga. It can involve meditation, prayer. And I do all those things. Now, do I do them all every day? No, but I do them when I, feel need or when I have the time. And incorporating mala beads, which is something that I recently got, that kind of helps focus instead of just kind of letting my mind wander. There's like that ritual. I think I have them here. Going by each one. So every time you say something, you do the bead. So that keeps my mind focused and also kind of works together with what I'm trying to either embed or include in that specific mantra or affirmation or prayer, whatever it is. And so all of these things that I've been talking about, I think is what contribute to also becoming a happier person, having some kind of belief system, because otherwise we are just kind of floating and flouncing about without really having something to grab onto, to go back to for, again, comfort, support, encouragement, strength, what have you. And it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. If you want to incorporate different types of religions, or if that kind of is what it ends up being for you, then go ahead, do it. As long as it lifts you up, it raises your vibration, it helps you become a more spiritual person in whatever facet that is for you. And it might change. It's not going to necessarily always be the same thing. I did put a little blurb here that for me, like I said, I was going to church, and that structure didn't always resonate with me, but the messages did. And I think that for me recently in the last few years, kind of coming down this path that I'm on, I feel like I got a really big push from my Nana, because sometimes I think it was in a dream, sometimes I think I journaled about it. I don't really know. Maybe it was a combination of everything. But looking back, she was a very spiritual person. Some people might say religious, because she was always about, thank God and this and, and God bless you. And that's fabulous. But in all of my life until she died, I don't really remember her going to church. She did this at home. She created her own spiritual practice. And I don't think she was penalized for it, once she crossed over, because she didn't go to a structure, a physical structure of church. She had her own practices. I know that, from witnessing and things that I saw as growing up, and other things that kind of came to me later as an adult. So I kind of feel her energy around me a lot. I think she's kind of guiding me down this path. It's like, okay, you need to figure out your own way. And maybe her giving me a little bit of, insight as to what she did. Maybe because now I was ready for it. I'd started down this self-improvement and doing things that felt good to me path. And so maybe that's why she felt I was ready for it then, because I was ready to have that mindset and open and receptive to it. So that's pretty much all that I have. I have gone through my notes, and I will say the quote that I said at the beginning, which is the motivation for this little talk, is from Abby's NCIS, Abby Shuto in NCIS. I believe in magic, prayer, and logic equally. So I will leave you guys with that. If this is something that sounds good to you or that resonated with you, please feel free to share the video on your page or with your friends or whoever. And I will talk to you soon. You guys have a good day. Bye, Emily. I'll talk to you later. Bye.